Hi, my name is Katie Helliwell. I am the psychic expert. I've got over 20 years experience working with spirit, and welcome to my YouTube channel. I'll be dropping content every single day to this channel. All you need to do is like and subscribe, and also just let me know if what I'm producing for you is actually what you really want to see, or if there's any other content that you've been thinking about and would like to know more insight on. There is nothing I can't explain and give you insight on, so it'll be a pleasure to hear from you. Also, please make sure you follow all my other channels as well, my Instagram, my TikTok, and my Facebook business page. If you go into the description on this video, can't get my words out, if you go into the description, you will be able to see the links there to my Facebook group, Talk Spirit to Me. I'm live in there 3 times a week, and it'd be a pleasure to have you. Anyway, enough from me. Enjoy the trainings. This topic is all about why spirit wake you up at 3 a.m. Who's had this experience? Let me know in the comments if you've had this. What is going on with my keyboard? I'm trying to, there we go, that's better. There we go, it should work. So who's had this experience? Let me know. So I'm going to share with you why spirit wake up at 3 o'clock, what they actually are trying to communicate with you, what you might be experiencing at this ungodly hour, and also how we can stop it. So we're going to cover quite a lot in this session. So as always, it's quite detailed, and we're going to go into the nitty-gritty. Now, for all the newbies, welcome, welcome, welcome all the newbies. I say this at every live stream. You probably already watched one of the recordings and already know what I'm going to say, but it's a pleasure to have you here. You are very welcome in Talk Spirit to Me Facebook group. I normally go live 3 times a week in the group, and it's just the once this week because I'm still kind of in and out of work with the girls. I've got 3 daughters. So I'm only live today this week, but I'm live 3 times next week, and the dates have all been pinned to a post, which is at the top of the group, and you'll get reminders in the group as well, and we cover various topics. So I deliver trainings 3 times a week, and the reason I do that, because people think I'm mad doing so many trainings, but it's because there's so much to learn about spirituality, and I want you all to have the insight and feeling the love of spirituality and learning, because it's something that you kind of have to get your energy behind. It's something you have to kind of work with. It doesn't just happen just like that. So it's something that I'll kind of want to give you the insight to and understand what might be happening to you, so you don't feel like you're crazy, and you can also understand where you're going with your gift and what's going to happen for you. I do have a membership program. So the Talk Spirit to Me Facebook group, I'm live 3 times a week in this group, and it's completely free. You can watch all the previous live streams. They are pinned to the top of this post. But if you want a little bit more and you want to go in more depth, then you are able to join the Talk Spirit to Me membership. In there, we teach you specifically how to connect to your guides, and also how to start receiving messages from your guides, how to understand what they're communicating to you, but then also mastering meditation. There's a psychic beginners course in there as well, and I'm just dropping a beginners course there that goes in a little bit more detail. That's going to be later this month. So new content gets dropped every month. You can come in and out. I've had a lot of questions about this. So you can come in and out of the group at any time. So you can, it's literally a monthly payment. It's ongoing. Content gets dropped every single month. But if you don't want to stay in the group, you don't have to. You can leave at any time. But we just ask for a few days before your next billing date's due to cancel, so it doesn't cause any admin errors our end where we've got a refund and it all gets a bit, hazy. So as long as you let us know 7 days before your final your payment's due, then we will cancel. And yeah, you can cancel, of course, anytime. So let me get you the link. If you want to jump in now, you get it for £33 a month. But after the 30th of this month, it goes up to 44, and it's going to keep increasing. So let me just get the link for you. Here we go. Hello, everyone. There we go. And anyone that is new to the group, welcome. I'll be doing you a welcome post in. And it is lovely to have you here. Make sure you join our live streams. Make sure you comment. If you are watching on replay, give me a hashtag replay. Let me know that you've tuned in, so then I know what sort of good times are good to go live. Okay. So Sarah has always been woken up at 3 a.m. drives her mad. Terry said he's felt someone tapping him before and woke up. Oh my gosh. It happens sometimes, says Christina. Hello, Carol, darling. Wow. Okay, so let's get into this. 3 a.m. It is scary, isn't it? You get woken up at 3 in the morning by spirit, and they can do this in a number of ways. Let's get into this. So the reason they do it, firstly, is the fact that they are letting you know that they want to make contact with you. I don't want you to be scared by this. I don't want you to feel like, oh my gosh, who's it? Who is there? But they're trying to make contact with you. Now, between the hours of 3 and 4, the veil between this world and the next dimension is a lot thinner. So they're able to come through a lot more between that specific time. I don't know why in particular or what it caused, why the veil is there at that specific time, but I know that that's the veil is thinner and that is awakening hours. Now, between 3 and 4 is when they are the most powerful and can come through with messages. So although it is annoying, and I know it is a bit like, oh, for goodness sake, what is this? And some cases it can be startling, which we're going to go through in a minute. The messages are quite profound. There's something they're trying to get through to you. So if this happens to you, and if it's happened to you quite frequently, then you're very active in your ability and they desperately want to get the messages to you, and you need to start building a relationship with your spirit guides. If this has happened to you on the odd occasion and not all the time, then there's something else we need to look at. So if it's every now and again, it's because there's something going on in your life at that moment in time that they want to give you guidance on or support on, and you're not asking for that support. So if it happened and it's like, oh my gosh, it was scary, and it was one of those moments where I was like, I never want this to happen again, then they're just giving you a stronger insight and stronger message. And there is something else, but I'll come back to that in a minute. So firstly, you are being woken, number one, because they have a message for you. The reason it comes between those hours, between 3 and 4, is because the veil between this world and the next one is a lot thinner, so it's easier for them to come through to you. It's not because they want to scare you and they've turned into cat burglars or anything like that. The reason they also come through during this time and not when maybe you're open to spirit, or maybe if you're trying to connect or you've actually done some meditation, is because your body and your mind in your human body is nice and relaxed and ease. So because it's nice and relaxed and at ease, and your mind's finally switched off and you're not thinking about everything that you've got to do or what's next or just things that consume our human mind and our to-do list, your body's open to receive them. So you're able to receive messages with clarity because you finally calmed down and your mind's finally switched off. So if you've got a particularly busy mind, or you're easily distracted, or there's a lot going on in your life at the moment, you will find that the only time they can come through to you and give you clarity and give you messages is through your sleep or to wake you up. Okay, it's one of those two. So that's the first thing you need to be aware of. The second thing is the messages that come through can actually be very random. So they can do the oddest thing here. They can. So we've had situations, and I'm saying this right now, and you're going to think I'm slightly mad, but these are the things that we've had in psychic school. So people have been woken up and they've had symbols in front of them, just symbols like odd, you know, like you can see in the, do you remember years ago when Chinese tattoos were really in fashion and they all had symbols? You can wake up with all those in front of you. You can have like alien beings. I know this is going a little bit far now, but this is what people have experienced, alien beings. And people have had their loved ones standing there. People have had angels, they've had mist, they've had like a shape on the bed form. So like somebody's genuinely sitting down. There's been all sorts of different things that have occurred. Now, if that's happening and you get woken up and that's what you awake to, what's the actual message? What is it? So you woke up, there's an alien being there, it's 3 a.m, you scream, you're startled, you think you're in a lucid dream, you don't know what's going on. What the heck has happened? Why am I up? What on earth is the message? This is what people are saying. So in this situation, if you're being woken up to something visual and you're seeing something, and it could be the alien being, it could be an angel, could be some imprint on the bed that you can see, like a shape where someone sat down, be a mist, be colours, could be anything, could be symbols, whatever it might be. If you're waking up to that, the message isn't the alien being, the angel, or anything like that. The message is that you need to connect and you need to activate your gift. So if you've experienced any of those things, I want you to know that you're sane, you're normal. And the other thing is your gift and your senses are more active than other people. Okay, so there's different types here. So if you've experienced that, you've got a very, very highly active gift that's underdeveloped and you need to get it into control. And we need to put protection in place. We need to get you grounded. We need to bring you back to calm, serenity. We need to release from you. We need to allow the space for your soul to actually start to expand. Right. If you have woken up and you've just woken up and you've noticed that the time is 3:33, 3:11, it's the same time, always happening at the same time, then the angel number that you're seeing at the same time you wake up is linked to a message for you. So if you wake up at 3:11 every day, or every night, even every morning, then you need to look at the meaning behind that number, whatever number it might be. Pay attention. If the clock is always this time, it's like, why is it always this time? You need to pay attention to that time. If you've woken up and you just have nothing there, and you think, I need the toilet, I need the toilet. Oh, that's why I woke up, I need the toilet. I better get up. Maybe I had a vivid dream or something I can feel. I just need to get up. See, I'm going to get up. If you've had that feeling, then they are still trying to get your attention. The chances are, if you've woke up, there's nothing there, nothing that you can see, but it's the same time between 3 and 4. Why? And I can never get back to sleep. I feel wide awake. Whatever it might be, even if everything's silent, there's no message and you're not hearing anything, not experiencing anything, you're not seeing anything. Why are you waking up at 3? Why? Okay, so in that case, this means that you've got 1 or 2 senses activated spiritually. So you've got 1 or 2 senses activated, which means that your gift can be developed very easily and it's more manageable for you. So the people that woke up and have got mad experiences or think they're going crazy in their bedrooms are the ones that have got more than 1 or 2 senses activated currently, which means that their gift is kind of getting not out of control, but, well, yeah, out of control. And it needs some guidance and it needs to be developed properly, like urgently, because that person will be experiencing other things. They'll be drained, they'll be feeling like they're going crazy, they'll be getting messages, they'll be so empathetic, they'll be walking around absorbing everyone's energy. Whereas the people that are just waking up, but then there's nothing really going on, tend to be the ones that kind of just keep waiting, just keep going, oh, just keep waking up, and oh, just keep waking up. And they don't really think anything of it. But actually, it's everything. It's everything. Because you don't want to get to the point where you're over-sensed. Is that a word? Got all the senses going at the same time. We want to be able to get it so it's quick. You've got 1 or 2 senses going and we can work with that in that moment of time. All right, so if you are waking up and there's nothing really going on, it doesn't mean, oh, well, I'll just wait till the alien appears in the bedroom and then I'll do it. It's like, no, do it now. Start developing, start learning. Start communicating with your guides, start making that connection, start protecting your energy and start putting things in place. Okay, let me come to your comments because I've been ignoring you all. Let me see what you're all saying. Who knows what I'm talking about here? Yeah, you've got the number. So Charlie's saying yes, and Joanne's saying, yeah, you're all understanding this. Okay. I'm going to carry on. So it is very discombobulating when it happens. And when you don't know what to expect, when you know that something is coming and it's like, it just happens. It just comes. And then it's almost like, will the alien being be there the next day? Will I see these codes in front of my head the next night? And it's almost like you go to bed expecting it to happen. So your energy is already heightened. You're already ready for that next download from spirit. You're already ready to experience it and feel it. And it feels like very, very overwhelming at times. And if you've experienced this, you'll know exactly what I mean. Yeah. Anytime between the 3 and 4, Marie, it's all relevant. And Becca's getting the angel numbers, see? So my point is it can come in various different ways. But what it ultimately means is it's time to rest your mind, relax your mind, get yourself in a good, balanced place so that you can start to receive messages in a divine, clear way. And you can make a communication to your spirit guides nice and simply, nice and easy. That is in a nutshell what it means. How do you actually prevent this from happening? Well, you can actually say to spirit before you go to sleep, I am aware that I need to make time to connect, but this is my restful, peaceful time. I need my sleep to be able to function and to be able to connect and to be able to work on any areas that I might be holding back. So please allow me to rest. I do not wish to experience anything in my sleep or at 3 a.m. And I wish to feel rest, rejuvenated, and I'll be back in contact when I'm ready. So you can say that and you can declare. This is a great way to start putting boundaries in place with them. So don't feel like you've got no control over this. You can set the boundaries with spirit. You can tell them that you're going to take action, that you are going to make connections with them, that you are going to tune in. You are going to do these things. But for now, you need your sleep and you need your rest. And they need to respect that. Okay. So I've had lots of strange signs, bright white orbs, green exit signs, people standing at the end of the bed. But once I set the boundaries, this has stopped. Yes, exactly. So all of the colours that you're experiencing there, they're all to do with angels and energies. So, and people standing at the end of the bed, did you recognise the people? Did you know them? Because again, once spirit know that you're one of their people and you can open up, they will just kind of hang around and wait for you. They've got no sense of time, so they'll just sit there. They're like magnets to you. So once you put the boundaries in place, it should all stop, which you've said it has, which is amazing. So that makes complete sense. Okay. If you see anything that is scary, has anyone seen anything scary? Yes, Marie, that's aura colours. That's aura colours that you're seeing. So has anyone ever seen anything scary? Anything like dark shadows, or felt uneasy, or felt like, oh, what on earth is this? Has anyone felt that? Let me know. Because I don't want you to feel, if this has happened, that you're somewhat possessed. Or you've got some, I'm laughing because people really think it. And I actually thought for a long time that I was literally being stalked by dark spirits. Because when I was younger, no, nothing scary. Yes, people with no faces or feet. Yeah. Okay. It's because you're not ready to see their faces, that's all. I was so scared. I used to see shadows. So I see black shadows. And to me, I mean, I was young at the time, so to me it was scary. I was like, oh gosh, or I'd see flames, or I'd see like people falling and really horrific things. So I class it as horrific, but in hindsight, it just didn't give me a nice, airy feeling of comfort. But when I was younger and being woken up in the night, when I was in a single bed on my own in my mum and dad's house, I woke up and then these oddities were happening at 3 a.m. I genuinely thought I was going to be killed by a spirit or something was going to happen. And it's because I'd watched too many silly films like Stephen King's films and just all the negativity that surrounded the media around spirituality. It wasn't like it is now. So I had this idea that all this darkness was going to be attached to me somehow, and I was going to bring it into the house, and then all my family were going to experience it. They were all going to hate me because they're like, what on earth have you brought into the house? And yeah, just going around in circles and causing chaos. But in actual fact, what it means is here that number one, you don't have the boundaries in place. Number two, about when I mean boundaries, I mean about what you will expect, what you want spirit to show you, what you will allow spirit to show you, what you will allow spirit to bring forward for you. I didn't have any of that in place. So number two, I was just wide open. There was no protection. There was no closing down. There was nothing. I didn't know you did that. I didn't know that was a thing. I didn't know how to do that. I barely meditate. So didn't know. So there was no closing down. There was no protection. None of that. And number three, those shadows and those pixelations that I could see were just that spirit weren't clear. They weren't clear. So it's almost like, you know, when you see someone in the distance, like far, very, very far away, and you can see like a silhouette or a figurine, and you're like, is that a woman? Is that a man? Is that auntie? Is that uncle? Can't quite work it out. Has she got glasses? Can you see a bag? Can you see the red cloak? And you're like that. So when you're like that and it's in the distance, that's exactly what it's like with spirit. So when you've not developed, they become silhouettes, they're shadows. But then the more you develop, the more you activate your gift, if visuals is where you're going to activate to that time, it becomes clearer. You become more aligned, you build that channel. So that connection becomes a lot clearer, and that person then becomes a person, or becomes a vision, or becomes clearer. So I just want you to understand that the darkness isn't always dark. Yes, there is dark in spirit world, yes there is. But if you put the boundaries up and you're always connecting to the highest of light, and you're protecting yourself, your energy field around you, you're putting the barriers up, then nothing should be able to get through. So the shadows that you're seeing is just the energy of the spirits around you, but you can't quite see them fully. They either haven't got the energy to present themselves fully to you, because it takes energy from them, and you haven't got that energy either, because you're not fully awoken and tuned in. So everything looks dark. And also, I don't know about you, but in the night time, you know, if you think about it in this sense, when someone rings your, hello everyone, say somebody rings your doorbell at like 2 o'clock in the afternoon on a bright sunny day, you'd be like, oh, the door, oh, I wonder what it is. Okay, let me go and answer the door. And you just go and answer it, wouldn't you? You wouldn't be like, right, I'm going to put the lock on, I'm going to peer through the window, I'm going to check who that is. Oh, don't recognise that car. Yeah, maybe you do. Maybe there is something that's made you that way. But ordinarily, you'd open the door, wouldn't you? Whereas if it's 2 o'clock in the morning, it's pitch black, no car, everyone's in bed, your doorbell rings, you're the only one who hears it. You're like, oh, who's that? Who's this? Why would they be on the doorstep at 2 in the morning? What's going on? And then you go down the stairs and you see their silhouette through the door. You see a silhouette in the day. You still see a shadow or an outline, but at night it's scary. It's scary because it's a silhouette. You can't see through the door. There's no sunshine. So when everything hasn't got light on it, it appears to be more scary than it actually is the point I'm trying to make. So in the day with the light around it, you feel safer because you can see. But when the light isn't there and it's dark and everyone's quiet and asleep, it feels daunting, doesn't it? So don't get confused with the association there. Marie said she's seen an African dancer. Carol says always get woken up between 3 and 4, but see nothing, sometimes numbers. This has been going on for ages. Shadow in the day, time only. Yeah. So Carol, try it tonight, what I said about asking them not to wake you up and to respect your rest time. And also just look at the numbers that are coming through. See if you can relate it to anything. Hello, Margaret, darling. Good afternoon to you. I got woken up about 3 a.m. I was wide awake. Literally a few minutes later, someone was trying to steal my car. But obviously scared them off by opening the window as I was awake. Yeah, see, sometimes, Becca, that's perfect. I forgot to mention that. that they do it as a warning. So they wake you up because your child needs you, or you're unwell, or because a phone call is going to come through, or there's somebody at the door, or there is something going on. So various reasons your guides will wake you up. Hi Katie, a bit late, but I'm here. Hello darling Claire. Only scary I feel when I felt someone sit on the bed next to me. Yes, Simona, I've had that before. I can imagine spirit just going, oh, I'll just have a sit down on the bed. And then we're like, oh, and they're like, oh, sorry, I was just having a little sit down. Hello, Isadine. Hello, Davina. Davina saying I have shadow people in my home. They are lovely. Oh, bless you. Oh, Natalie, I hope everything's okay. And you've been woken up between 3 and 4, going on for a year. Yes, you need to watch this. Hi, Sarah. I had a black shadow on my left side looking over me last night. It was 12:30. I gasped, woke up, it was gone. Could be your guides watching you go to sleep. Last week I've been waking between 2:15 and 3:30. Is that relevant? It's usually between, yeah, so if you've woken up between 3 and 4, that's totally relevant. But I'd look up those 2 angel numbers, 2:15 and 3:30. I would look up those 2 numbers, in particular the 2:15 one, and see if you can relate it to anything. Because guys, if you've got a lot going on at the moment, then you will be woken up more. So who's actually at the moment got quite a lot going on in their lives, got a lot to think about, a lot of things to maybe play on your mind, and finding it hard to relax your energy? Who's got that at the moment? Give me some love hearts. Yes, Natalie. You can communicate with them in the daytime. So Natalie said, I believe it's to do with my spiritual awakening. My guide's trying to come through it, so I'm always thinking of anything spiritual related. Yeah, absolutely. But you need to let them know that they can come through at any time in the day when you're connected and when you're opened up. So take that away from them. So who's got a lot going on at the moment? Yeah. So Carol's got loads. Can't sleep till after 4. Me, I'm like that. Yeah. So if you've got a lot to think of at the moment, do another thing for me. I'm just going to add to your list, by the way. So do another thing for me. Before you go to sleep, say what I was saying earlier about this is your rest time, this is your time for your peace, this is the time you want to relax. But then also just make some notes in a pad, have like a special pad by your bed, and just make some notes about how you're feeling and what you want to let go of, what you want to release, like maybe some worries, maybe some stress around what you're currently going through. And then say to Spirit, I need the peace, I need the rest. Can you help me with this list while I sleep and assist me with it so I can get a really beautiful, deep, restful sleep? And just empty your mind, give the instructions to Spirit and ask for the peace. And that should really, really help you all. I kind of want to know how you all get on. So can you post in the group tomorrow how you've all slept after doing these tasks? I'd love to know. I was woken by feeling my foot was being touched by someone standing at the end of my bed. Oh, Connie, did you get scared or were you okay? I have a lot going on, just cat napping, not sleeping right, but lots of orbs in the room. Yeah, so again, try this, Joanne, and see what happens for you. Guys, you need your sleep. You're going to do spiritual development at any stage of your life and spiritual connection. You need your sleep. So ask them to help you. Yes, do it tomorrow then. No problem, but make sure you do it, guys, because it will really help you. Let me know how you get on. Okay. Right, my darlings, I am back with you all next week. I'm so excited. We've got back to our 3 live streams. Give me some love hearts if you've enjoyed this. Let me know. Give me some feedback. I'm going to be recording some more TikToks now and start posting them. So if you want a bit more insight, you can't wait till next week, head over to my TikTok page and you'll be able to watch lots and lots of spiritual content, lots of videos, or my Instagram page. You can head over to there. Remember that the membership is open. It's currently $33 a month at the moment. Grab yourself a bargain, because you will always be paying £33 a month, $33 a month, sorry, it's American. But also when later on, when it's being charged like 88 or into the hundreds, you'll be able to go, oh, I get all this value for $33. So grab yourself the bargain whilst you can, and you will not regret it. The content that's coming forward and what's going to be added every month is going to blow your minds. So I'll see you next week. Thank you very much for tuning in. Give me your attention. I appreciate you. I love you all very much. You're so beautiful. Wherever you are watching in the world, have a gorgeous rest of your day. See you all soon. Bye.